Before we begin tonight's story, I need you to do something for me. If you've ever worked retail, if you've ever been in a shopping mall after closing time, if you've ever felt like you were being watched in an empty building, this story is going to hit different. What I'm about to tell you happened in November 2019, just outside Cleveland, Ohio. A security guard, an abandoned shopping mall, and 5 hours that would change everything he thought he knew about reality. This story has been verified through police reports, security footage, and witness testimony. The mall I'm talking about was Westfield Shopping Center, or what's left of it. The guard's name was Marcus Webb. He was 34 years old. Former Marine, rational, skeptical, not the type to believe in anything he couldn't see or touch. By sunrise on November the 16th, 2019, Marcus Webb would never be the same. And if you stick around until the end, you'll understand why over 200 shopping malls have closed in America in the last 5 years. Some say it's the economy. Some say it's online shopping. But after you hear this story, you might wonder if there's another reason. So turn up your volume, turn off your lights, and whatever you do, don't go to the mall alone at night. Let's begin. Westfield Shopping Center opened in 1987. 2 floors, 150 stores, a massive food court, even an indoor carousel. If you grew up in Cleveland in the 90s, you knew Westfield. It was the place where teenagers hung out on Friday nights, where families did Christmas shopping, where you got your first job at the Gap or Foot Locker, where you met your first girlfriend at the Orange Julius. But like so many American malls, Westfield died. Slowly at first. A store would close, then another. By 2015, half the mall was empty. By 2017, the only stores left were a struggling JCPenney, a dollar store, and a sketchy phone repair kiosk run by a guy who was definitely doing something illegal. In March 2019, even those closed. Westfield Shopping Center was officially dead. The property owners couldn't find a buyer. Demolition was too expensive, so they did what many property owners do with dead malls. They hired minimal security and waited. Waited for insurance claims, waited for the market to change, waited for something. That's where Marcus Webb came in. Marcus Webb was not where he thought he'd be at 34. He'd served 2 tours in Afghanistan, came back with an honorable discharge, some shrapnel scars and PTSD. He refused to acknowledge. He thought he'd be a police officer by now, maybe detective, but the psych eval, they said he wasn't ready. Too much unresolved trauma, too many anger issues. So Marcus took what he could get. Security jobs, overnight shifts, the kind of work where you didn't have to talk to people much. For the last 8 months, he'd been working for Secure Guard Solutions. Tonight was supposed to be his last shift. He'd gotten a job offer from a hospital security team. Better pay, benefits, actual career potential. Just one more night, one more shift at the dead mall. Then he was done with this place forever. Marcus pulled into the empty parking lot at 11:47 p.m. The vast expanse of asphalt stretched out under orange streetlights. Weeds growing through cracks. Shopping carts scattered like skeletal remains. The mall itself loomed against the night sky, dark except for a few security lights. The massive glass entrance doors reflected nothing but darkness. Marcus grabbed his gear, flashlight, his radio, phone, keys, and the security checkpoint scanner, a device he had to use to scan QR codes throughout the mall to prove he was doing his rounds. He'd done this shift 50 times before. Walk the perimeter, scan the checkpoints, make sure no homeless people broke in, make sure no copper thieves were stripping the wiring. Boring, easy, one last time. He unlocked the employee entrance at the back of the building and stepped inside. The smell hit him first. That distinct dead mole smell, stale air, mildew, old food court grease, decay. Marcus flipped on his flashlight and headed to the security office, a small room near the old food court where the monitors and controls were. He was halfway down the dark corridor when he heard it. Music. Faint, tinny, distorted, but definitely music. The carousel. Someone had turned on the carousel music. Marcus stopped walking, listened. The music was coming from the main concourse. The old carousel that had been broken for 3 years was somehow playing. It's just a malfunction, Marcus told himself. Electrical short or something. But his marine training kicked in. His hand instinctively went to his belt where a gun would be. But security guards didn't get guns. Just flashlights and radios. He keyed his radio. "Secure guard dispatch, this is Webb at Westfield. I've got what sounds like the carousel running. Could be electrical issue, checking it out." Static. Then a bored voice. "Copy that, Webb. Probably just a power surge. Building's old as hell." "Yeah, probably." Marcus walked toward the concourse, his flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. The Westfield carousel sat in the center of the main floor, surrounded by empty storefronts with pulled security gates. It had been a beautiful thing once. Hand-painted horses, golden poles, mirrors and lights. Now it was just sad, dusty, several horses missing, the paint chipped and faded. But it was moving, slowly rotating, the music playing from ancient speakers. "When you wish upon a star." But wrong. The music was playing too slow, warped, like a record on the wrong speed. Marcus walked up to the carousel and found the power box. He flipped it off. The carousel didn't stop. It kept rotating, the music kept playing. "Okay, that's weird," Marcus muttered. He looked closer. The power cord was unplugged, just lying on the ground. The carousel was running with no power. Marcus felt the first tingle of unease. His rational mind fought against it. There had to be an explanation. Battery backup, some kind of mechanical momentum. He walked around to the other side of the carousel, looking for an emergency stop, or... A child was sitting on one of the horses. Marcus's heart stopped. A little girl, maybe 7 years old, wearing a purple jacket, blonde hair in pigtails. Just sitting there, riding the carousel in the dark. "Hey," Marcus shouted. "Kid, how did you get in here?" The girl didn't respond, didn't look at him, just kept riding as the carousel slowly turned. "Kid, this place is closed. Where are your parents?" The carousel brought the girl around again. As she passed under his flashlight beam, Marcus saw her face. She was smiling, but her eyes were closed. And she wasn't breathing. Her chest wasn't moving at all. The carousel carried her away into the darkness, around and around. Marcus grabbed his radio with shaking hands. "Dispatch, I need police at Westfield immediately. I have a child in the building, possible medical emergency." The carousel stopped, suddenly, completely. The music cut off mid-note. The girl was gone. Marcus ran to where she'd been sitting. The horse was empty. He spun around, flashlight searching the darkness. "Kid? Kid, where are you?" His voice echoed through the empty mall. No response, no little girl, no footsteps, nothing. The radio crackled. "Webb, say again. Did you say there's a child?" Marcus stared at the empty carousel. Had he imagined it? Was he that tired? I thought I saw. Never mind, false alarm, must have been a reflection or something. "You okay out there, Webb? You sound rattled." "I'm fine, yeah, I'm fine." But Marcus wasn't fine, because on the horse where the girl had been sitting, there was a wet handprint, small, child-sized, fresh. Marcus reached out and touched it. His fingers came away red. Blood. Marcus Webb stood in the security office, washing the blood off his hands in the small sink. His hands were shaking. On the desk, his checkpoint scanner showed he had 8 scanning stations to hit during his shift. Proof he was doing rounds. If he didn't scan them all, he didn't get paid. 8 checkpoints spread throughout the 2-floor mall. He'd done this route 50 times, never had a problem. But tonight something was wrong. Marcus looked at the security monitors. 12 screens showing different areas of the mall, all dark, all empty. Except Monitor 7, the food court. Was that movement? Marcus leaned closer. The camera showed the abandoned food court, old restaurant counters, scattered tables and chairs, trash bins, and standing in the middle, a figure, tall, wearing what looked like a hoodie. "Finally," Marcus muttered. Probably just a homeless guy who broke in. He grabbed his flashlight and headed toward the food court. This, at least, he could handle. He'd dealt with trespassers before. Usually they left peacefully when confronted. The food court was on the 2nd floor. Marcus took the frozen escalator, walking up the metal steps. His footsteps echoed in the vast emptiness. At the top, he paused. The food court stretched out before him. Most of the restaurant spaces were gutted, just empty shells. But the signs remained. Sparrow, Panda Express, Auntie Anne's Pretzels, American Dreams turned to American Ruins. Marcus scanned his flashlight across the space. No one there. Hello? Security, if someone's in here, you need to leave now. I'm not calling the cops if you just go peacefully. Silence. Marcus walked deeper into the food court. His checkpoint scanner beeped. Checkpoint 3 was supposed to be near the old subway counter. He found the QR code sticker on a pillar and scanned it. Checkpoint 3. Scanned. 12:17 a.m. As soon as he scanned it, all the restaurant signs lit up. Every single one. Sparrow, Panda Express, Cinnabon, Charlie's. All glowing their corporate colors like it was 1997. And music started playing. Mall Muzak. Don't Stop Believin' by Journey, the elevator music version. Marcus spun around. What the? The food court was full, not empty anymore. Tables were occupied. He could see people. Dozens of them. Families eating, teenagers laughing, an old man reading a newspaper, a mother with a baby in a stroller, all of them frozen, completely still, like someone had hit pause. Marcus blinked hard. This wasn't possible. This wasn't... First time working a dead mall? Marcus whipped around. A man stood behind him, old, maybe 70, wearing a security guard uniform just like Marcus's. Name tag read, Carl. Who the hell are you? Marcus demanded. Carl smiled sadly. I was the guard here before you, before the mall closed. Worked here for 23 years. How did you get in here? Same way you did, son, through the door. You need to leave. This is private property. Carl gestured to the frozen food court. You see them too, don't you? The people. Marcus looked. The families were still there, still frozen, but now he could see they were wrong. Translucent, flickering like old film. This isn't real, Marcus said. I'm hallucinating, carbon monoxide or something. It's real, Carl said. Every mall has ghosts, son. But dead malls, they're full of them. All those memories, all those moments, they don't just disappear when the stores close, they linger. You're insane. Maybe. But I'm also dead. Died of a heart attack in this food court 3 years ago. Right over there, actually. Carl pointed to a spot near the Panda Express. They found me next morning. Marcus backed away. This isn't happening. You got 8 checkpoints to scan tonight, don't you, Carl asked. Word of advice, scan them quick and get out. Don't linger, don't investigate. Because the longer you stay, the more you see. And some things in this mall you don't want to see. Why are you telling me this? Carl's expression turned grave. Because you're the last guard. After tonight, they're sealing this place up. Permanently, and everything in here, it knows. They know this is the last chance, so they're going to try everything to make you stay, to make you one of them. One of them? The ghosts, son. The memories. The mall wants to keep you. It's hungry. It's been hungry for years. Marcus was done with this. Hallucination or not, crazy old man or not, he was leaving. He turned to walk away. Carl grabbed his arm. His grip was ice cold. 7 more checkpoints, Marcus. Do them fast. Don't talk to anyone you see. Don't answer if they call your name. And whatever you do, don't go into the J.C. Penney. Something's in there. Something that's not a memory. Let go of me. Marcus yanked his arm free and ran. Behind him, Carl's voice echoed. Scan and run, son. Scan and run. When Marcus looked back, Carl was gone. And the food court was empty again. Dark, silent. All the restaurant signs were off. Like none of it had happened. Marcus looked at his scanner. 7 checkpoints remaining. He checked his watch. 12:23 a.m. 5.5 hours until sunrise. Marcus moved quickly through the mall, trying to steady his breathing. He was a Marine. He'd been in actual combat. He didn't scare easily, but this was different. Checkpoint 4 was in what used to be Walden Books. The store had been empty for years, but the signage was still up. Marcus approached the dark storefront. The security gate was already up. Weird, he usually had to lift those. Inside, bookshelves stood empty. The carpet was stained. Windows were dark. The QR code was supposed to be on the back wall. Marcus stepped inside, flashlight scanning. His footsteps made no sound. The carpet absorbed everything. There, back wall, the QR code. He walked toward it, phone out ready to scan. "Excuse me, do you work here?" Marcus froze. A woman stood in the aisle to his left. She looked normal, mid-30s, professional clothes, holding an invisible book. "We're closed," Marcus said automatically. "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for a book for my daughter. It's her birthday tomorrow." "Do you have the new Harry Potter?" Harry Potter. That series ended years ago. "Mom, the store is closed. The whole mall is closed." The woman tilted her head. "What do you mean? It's only 7 p.m. The mall closes at 9. Marcus backed toward the door. "You need to leave. Can you just help me find the children's section, please? It's her birthday. She'll be 8. I promised her, 8. The girl on the carousel had been about 8. "I can't help you," Marcus said, remembering Carl's warning. "Don't talk to them." He turned and walked quickly toward the QR code. The woman followed. "Please, just help me find it. I promised her. I promised." Her voice was getting louder, desperate. Marcus reached the code and scanned it. Checkpoint 4. Scanned. 12:31 a.m. The woman screamed. Not a human scream, the sound of feedback, of static, of reality breaking. Marcus ran out of the bookstore without looking back. In the mall corridor, he bent over, hands on knees, gasping. 6 more checkpoints. He could do this. He had to do this. The next checkpoint was in what used to be Time Zone Arcade. Marcus had actually hung out there as a kid before he joined the Marines. Spent countless quarters on Street Fighter and House of the Dead. The arcade had closed in 2016. Everything had been auctioned off. The games, the prize counter, even the carpet. Now it was just an empty room. Marcus stood at the entrance. The QR code was inside, naturally. He stepped in, flashlight sweeping the space. And stopped. The arcade was full. All the games were back. Pac-Man, Galaga, Dance Dance Revolution, air hockey tables, claw machines full of stuffed animals. And they were all running, screens glowing, music playing, a cacophony of 8-bit sounds and electronic melodies. But no one was playing them. The joysticks moved on their own. The air hockey table puck slid back and forth between invisible players. The claw machine arm grabbed at prizes. Marcus walked slowly through the arcade. It was exactly as he remembered it. Even the smell, popcorn and cleaning solution and teenage body spray. The QR code was at the back, near where the prize counter used to be. He walked toward it, weaving between the games. A basketball arcade game suddenly activated as he passed. Balls rolled down automatically. The mechanical arm shot them toward the hoop. Swish, swish, swish. Every shot perfect. The ticket dispenser went crazy, spitting out thousands of tickets. Marcus kept walking. The claw machine grabbed a stuffed bear and dropped it in the prize chute. Then another and another. Bears piling up. "Don't stop," Marcus whispered to himself. "Just scan and go." He reached the back wall. The QR code was there, but now there was something else. A high-score screen. The old Street Fighter II cabinet. It was showing the top scores. First, Marcus, 99999. Second, Marcus, 99999. Third, Marcus, 99999. All the way down, all his name. And at the bottom of the screen, text appeared. "Want to play again? Insert coin." A quarter rolled across the floor and stopped at Marcus's feet. He looked down at it, then at the arcade cabinet. He could hear Carl's voice. "Don't talk to anyone. Don't investigate." Marcus stepped over the quarter and scanned the QR code. Checkpoint 5. Scanned, 12:44 a.m. All the arcade machines shut off at once. Complete darkness and silence. Then, in the darkness, a child's voice. "No fair, you didn't play with us." Multiple children's voices joined in. "Play with us, Marcus. Just one game, please. We're so lonely. We miss when people came here. We miss being alive." That last one made Marcus's blood run cold. He ran. Marcus stood in the main concourse, catching his breath. He checked his scanner. 3 more checkpoints. Then he could leave. Then he was done with this place forever. Checkpoint 6 was the worst one. It was in JCPenney, the anchor store that Carl had specifically warned him about. "Don't go into the JCPenney," the old guard had said. "Something's in there. Something that's not a memory." Marcus looked at his scanner. He could skip it, take the pay cut, just do the other two and leave. But he needed this paycheck. His rent was due, his car payment was due. It's fine, he told himself. Scan and run, like everything else. JCPenney took up the entire west wing of the first floor, a massive department store with its own entrance from the parking lot, though that had been chained shut for 2 years. Marcus walked through the mall entrance into JCPenney. The store was completely gutted. No displays, no clothing racks, no mannequins, just empty floor space and empty walls. Even the flooring had been torn up in some places, showing concrete underneath. His flashlight beam seemed weaker here, like the darkness was heavier. The QR code was supposed to be at the back, near what used to be the customer service desk. Marcus walked slowly through the space. His footsteps echoed wrong, like the room was bigger than it should be. Halfway across the floor, his radio crackled with static. Then a voice came through. Marcus, not dispatch, not anyone from Secure Guard. A woman's voice, sad, pleading. Marcus, help me. He didn't respond, kept walking. Marcus, please. I'm lost. I can't find my way out. The voice was coming from deeper in the store. Marcus's training warred with his orders. Someone could actually be in trouble. Someone could actually need help. But Carl's warning echoed, something that's not a memory. Marcus, I can see you. Why won't you help me? He reached the back of the store. The customer service desk was long gone, but the QR code was there, stuck to the wall. Marcus raised his phone to scan. A hand grabbed his shoulder from behind. Ice cold, grip like iron. Marcus spun around, flashlight up. A woman stood there. She looked wrong. Her proportions were off. Arms too long, neck too thin, face too pale. But her eyes were the worst. Completely black, like looking into deep space. Found you, she said. Her voice sounded like it was coming from the bottom of a well. Let go of me, Marcus said, trying to keep his voice steady. You're the last one, the last guard. If you leave, we're alone forever. Stay with us. We're so lonely. I said, let go. Marcus pulled his arm free and fell backward, hitting the wall. The woman tilted her head at an angle that should have broken her neck. You're afraid. Why? This place was happy once. People loved coming here. Families, children, love and laughter and life. We're just trying to hold on to that, trying to stay alive. You're not alive, Marcus said, getting to his feet. Neither is this place, but we endure, we persist, memories made manifest. And you could join us, you could stay. You could be the security guard forever, protecting us, keeping us safe. More figures emerged from the darkness, men, women, children, all with those same wrong proportions, those same black eyes. They surrounded him. One of us, they whispered in unison. One of us, one of us. Marcus did the only thing he could think of. He scanned the QR code. Checkpoint 6, scanned, 1:03 a.m. The lights in JCPenney suddenly blazed on. Every single overhead light. The figures recoiled, shrieking. Run! A voice yelled. Carl, the old security guard, appeared next to Marcus, grabbing his arm. I told you not to come in here. Run! They ran together through JCPenney as the lights flickered and the black-eyed figures chased them. Their movements jerky and unnatural, like stop-motion animation. Carl led Marcus out into the main mall. Behind them, the JCPenney went dark again. The figures stopped at the entrance, watching, waiting, but not following. Marcus bent over, gasping. What? What were those things? Not ghosts, Carl said grimly. Something else. Something that fed on this place, on the death of it. They've been getting stronger as the mole dies. That's why they want you to stay. Fresh soul, fresh energy. They could feed on you for years. This is insane. 2 more checkpoints, son. Then you're free. But those things, they're not going to let you leave easy. They're desperate. Come with me, Marcus said. Help me finish. Carl shook his head sadly. I can't leave. I'm tied here. But you still have a chance. Go, now. Checkpoint 7 is in the sporting goods store. Checkpoint 8 is in the old Disney store. Then get the hell out of this place and never come back. What happens to you? To all of you? When they seal this building, we fade. The memories fade. It's not so bad. We've been fading for years anyway. Every day that passes with no visitors, we get a little less real. Eventually, we'll just stop. But that's better than becoming like them. Carl nodded toward JCPenney. I'm sorry, Marcus said. Don't be. Just live. Live enough for all of us. Now go. Carl faded away, and Marcus was alone again. The old Sports Authority was a hollow shell, empty shelving units, stained carpet with dark squares where display cases used to be. Marcus entered cautiously. After JCPenney, he wasn't taking any chances. The QR code was easy to find, right at the front of the store, attached to an empty clothing rack. He approached it, phone ready. Too easy. This was way too easy. He scanned the code anyway. Checkpoint 7, scanned, 1:14 a.m. Nothing happened. No ghosts, no figures, no strange phenomena, just an empty store. Marcus let out a breath he didn't know he was holding. One more checkpoint, and he was done. He turned to leave, and saw himself, standing in the doorway. Another Marcus Webb. Same uniform, same face, same everything. They stared at each other. The other Marcus smiled. You're not going to make it, you know. What are you? I'm you. The you that stays, the you that gives in, the you that becomes part of this place. The doppelganger walked closer. It's not so bad, Marcus. Think about it. No more bills, no more stress, no more PTSD, no more nightmares about Afghanistan, just peace. Eternal peace, walking these halls forever, becoming a memory. That's not peace, that's death. Is there a difference? The doppelganger reached out. Join us, it's easier than fighting, so much easier than fighting. Marcus looked at his own face, saw the exhaustion there, the trauma, the pain. Part of him wanted to give in. Part of him was so tired. But then he thought about his sister. She was counting on him to visit next month. About his mum, who called every Sunday. About the hospital job waiting for him. About life, messy, difficult, painful life. No, Marcus said, I'm leaving. You can't leave. The mall won't let you. Watch me. Marcus walked straight toward the doppelganger. As he got close, the fake Marcus opened his mouth wider and wider, impossibly wide, showing darkness inside, showing nothing. Marcus walked right through him. The doppelganger dissolved like smoke. One more, Marcus said to himself, just one more. The Disney store had been one of the last to close. Marcus remembered it being packed during Christmas 2018, desperate parents buying last-minute gifts. Now the storefront was dark. The magical castle facade looked creepy in his flashlight beam. This was it, the final checkpoint. The QR code was inside, near the back where the princess dresses used to be. Marcus entered the store. Immediately he heard singing. Children's voices, singing It's a Small World. Of course it was that song. The store came to life around him. Not fully, not like the arcade, but pieces, fragments. A toy would light up for a moment, then go dark. An animatronic would twitch. A music box would play a few notes. The ghosts of Christmas past, of birthday wishes, of childhood wonder, all dying, all fading. Marcus walked through it all, heading to the back. The QR code was there, attached to what used to be the register counter. He raised his phone. Wait, a little girl stepped out from behind the counter. The same one from the carousel, purple jacket, blonde pigtails. But now Marcus could see her clearly. She looked sad, so incredibly sad. Are you really leaving? She asked. Yes, Marcus said gently. Everyone leaves. Everyone always leaves. I'm sorry. My mum, she brought me here for my birthday. I wanted a Belle doll, but then, the little girl looked confused. I don't remember. It gets fuzzy. I think something bad happened in the parking lot, a car. I remember my mum screaming. And then I was here, in the mall. And I've been here ever since, waiting for my mum to come back. But she never does. Marcus felt his heart break. What's your name? Emma. Emma Rodriguez. Marcus pulled out his phone, his personal phone. Emma, I'm going to help you. I'm going to find your mum, I promise. But I need to leave first, okay? I'll come back. I'll make sure someone knows you're here. Emma smiled through tears. You promise? I promise. Okay, you can go. Marcus scanned the final checkpoint. Checkpoint 8, scanned, 1:31 a.m. The entire mall suddenly lit up. Every light, every store, every screen. For just a moment, Westfield Shopping Center was alive again. Marcus could see them all. Hundreds of people, thousands, shoppers and workers and teenagers and families. All the memories, all the moments, all the life this place had held. They were all looking at him, and they were smiling. "Thank you," they said together. "Thank you for seeing us, for remembering us." Then one by one, they faded, like snow melting in the sun, like morning fog burning away, until there was just Emma standing in the Disney store. "Don't forget," she said. "I won't," Marcus promised. And then she was gone too. The mall went dark. Marcus stood in the silence, in the emptiness. He checked his scanner. All 8 checkpoints scanned. He could leave. He walked through the dead mall, past the empty stores, past the carousel, past the food court, back to the employee entrance. As he reached for the door, he heard Carl's voice one last time. "Thank you, son, for giving us a proper goodbye." Marcus pushed open the door and stepped out into the cold November night. His phone buzzed. A text from his supervisor. "Checkpoints confirmed, good job. Buildings being sealed tomorrow. You're all set." Marcus sat in his car for a long moment. Then he opened Google on his phone. He typed, "Emma Rodriguez, missing Cleveland." The results came up immediately. A news article from November 2008, 11 years ago. 8-year-old abducted from Westfield Mall parking lot. Emma Rodriguez had been taken from the mall parking lot on her birthday, taken by a man in a van. Her body had been found 3 days later. The case had never been solved. Marcus read the article with tears in his eyes. Then he called the police. Marcus Webb sat in his new security office at Cleveland General Hospital. Better hours, better pay, better future. But he couldn't stop thinking about the mall. After that night, he'd contacted Emma Rodriguez's mother, told her that he'd worked at the mall and wanted to help bring attention to her daughter's case. Mrs. Rodriguez had been grateful. They'd started a social media campaign. Local news picked it up. 2 weeks later, someone came forward with information. 1 month later, Emma's killer was arrested, a maintenance worker who'd been at the mall in 2008. Emma Rodriguez finally got justice. Marcus liked to think that wherever Emma was now, she was at peace. As for Westfield Mall, they'd sealed it up, boarded all the entrances, hired a demolition company. The demolition was scheduled for today. Marcus had driven by on his lunch break, watched from the parking lot as the wrecking ball took its first swing. The glass entrance shattered. The walls crumbled. And Marcus could swear, just for a moment, he saw them. All the ghosts, all the memories, standing in the ruins, waving goodbye. Then they were gone. The mall fell. The American dream of commerce and community reduced to rubble. Marcus went back to work. But sometimes, when he's doing rounds at the hospital, when he's walking empty corridors at 3 a.m., he hears it, faint, distant, but there, Mal Muzak. Don't stop believing, and he smiles, because he knows that somewhere, somehow, those memories live on. Not in the building, but in the people who carry them, in every person who ever hung out at the food court with friends, every kid who rode the carousel, every teenager who had their first job at the Gap, every family who did Christmas shopping together. Those memories don't die when the malls close. They live in us. And maybe that's enough. So that's Marcus Webb's story, the last security guard at Westfield Shopping Center. But here's the thing. Marcus isn't alone. I've received emails from dozens of security guards, maintenance workers, cleaning crews, people who work in dead and dying malls across America. And they all report the same things. Sounds when no one's there. Figures in empty stores, the feeling of being watched. Carousels that run with no power, music from closed stores. Children's laughter in empty play areas. Are they all experiencing the same psychological phenomenon? Mass hallucination brought on by the eerie nature of empty retail spaces? Or is there something more, something about these spaces, built to hold thousands of people, designed to be bright and cheerful and alive, that makes their death unnatural? That makes the memories linger, that makes the ghosts real? I'll let you decide. But I will tell you this, there are currently over 1,200 dead and dying malls in America. That's 1,200 massive buildings, slowly decaying, filled with echoes of what they used to be. And if even a fraction of the stories I've heard are true, that's a lot of ghosts, a lot of memories, a lot of loneliness. So the next time you're in a shopping mall, even a living one, pay attention to the older security guard doing rounds, to the maintenance worker cleaning up after closing, to the store employees locking up for the night. Ask them if they have ever experienced anything strange. You might be surprised by what they tell you. As for Marcus Webb, he's doing fine, still working hospital security, still living his life. But he'll never forget that night. The night he was the last person to acknowledge those ghosts, the last person to see them, the last person to care. And in a way, maybe that was enough. Maybe being seen, being remembered, being acknowledged. Maybe that's all any of us really want. Whether we're alive or dead, whether we're shopping on a Saturday afternoon, or wandering the halls of a dead mall at midnight, we all just want to be remembered. Soft, melancholic mall music fades in. Thank you for listening. This has been the story of the last shift at Westfield Mall. If you worked at a dead mall, if you've experienced something you can't explain, share your story in the comments. And remember, the next time you drive past an abandoned shopping mall, someone might be looking back at you from those dark windows. Someone who remembers when the parking lot was full, when the lights were bright, when people came and laughed and lived. And maybe, just maybe, if you wave, they'll wave back. Sweet dreams, if you can.